single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hey guys, Tony Soy Sauce Assassin, and welcome to our Wednesday show. How I say, everybody? All right, so Wednesday, let's do some housekeeping. Get stuff out of the way. Number one, remember Michael Herklot is coming to interview next week, so make sure to join us next week on Wednesdays for the interview, or chat live, whatever you want to call it. And I really suggest and heavily advertise that you guys should go smoke a relatively new Generoso, Elegancia, Suma, Panamericana from Timeless, that kind of stuff. So that, you know, if he's mentioning about those things, you actually know how it tastes like. So you would not, like, I wonder what he mean by that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wanted to get some information so that you don't miss out. Okay? All right, number two. We're getting really close to the end of step one. not step 9, not step 10, step 1 of our In the Shadow cigar ban process. So you know, I put it in the Discord room so all the Legion members can go take a look at the, I will say, very damn close to the last version of the ban. I actually like the way it came out. It looks nice. After you add that little color, looks nice. Okay? So yeah, go check that out. And let's do some roll calls. Ben, Val, Ethan, Javier, Matt, Ben, dude, I was worried. I thought you like your wife just left. You're like, oh shit, I can't get married today. I'm gonna come up to the show. Steve, Better Man Tobacco, okay. The Dream Life, and Juan Pardo. Val. All right, Val.
It's a beautiful day
Val.
in the neighborhood. It's a
Val, you dressed up
beautiful
today.
day in the neighborhood. Oh,
Val is dressed up today.
what's going on, guys? What's going
Martine
on?
is dressed down today. So we have those things going, and try to stay out of the doghouse. I'm okay now. Okay. I mean, if when you're getting married that week, like literally, don't screw around. Just don't. Like everywhere is landmines. Don't walk. Just stand still. Because once you step on that landmine, you will never hear the end of it. Like I don't know if you know what I mean. Is that if you step on it, she will be talking about that for the next 25 years. So do not step on a landmine the week before your marriage. Just want to put it out there. Take it however you will, but a married man will tell you the week before your marriage, landmines everywhere.
Especially on the night before.
Oh yeah. And make sure to bring your ring. So don't, yeah. Get your first man in place and everything. Don't drink the night before. I know it's supposed to,
Hangover.
Don't drink the night before.
Hangover movie.
Come on, don't you guys agree? Everybody who already gone through marriage, okay? Don't drink the night before. Wake up on
And?
time. It's gonna be a busy day. After that, you can do whatever you want. All right? After the party, like you swear yourself in, out of the thing, you can do whatever you want after that. But remember, it's her party, not yours.
Yep.
Yes, Val.
Words of wisdom.
Get married.
Let me tell you one thing.
Let's get married.
You can be on time. You can be at church on time. Your guys are there. Even if the bride shows up late, do not leave the church. Okay? Do not leave the place you're going to get married at. Don't go to the bar with your boys and say, hey, you know what? She's late. Let's go have a few drinks. Words of wisdom.
Yeah.
Words of wisdom.
I drank the night before my wedding. 23 years later, I'm still fine. Well, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Definitely, if you did drink the night before, you gotta screw it up. I'm just saying that if you don't, you're less likely to screw it up. All right, because if you do, and you're drinking with your boys, you might not screw it up. Your boys might. And last thing you want is during your marriage, the pastor was saying stuff and reading the vow and stuff like that, and he vomits. That's the end of your wedding. All right, just saying. Last thing you need is somebody passing out. Last thing you need is like the busy morning, you get a hangover. Last thing you need. I'll give the same advice to the female, but really it's her party. We're just there.
Yes.
Right? We're the accessories. Right? It's her day to feel the prettiest as she can ever be. Dress, everything shows off to everybody around her. Your job is there to just deal with it and drink your tough shot because you already paid for those.
Well.
And smoke your cigar afterwards. Don't do it before. After.
Unless, okay, keep in mind, okay? It's the wedding. Hopefully it'll be your one and only. It's the bride's day. Believe it or not, it's the bride's day. Unless you happen to be the only child of your parents and you're a guy. Then it's your wedding too.
What?
Not for our culture, but yeah. Advice is advice, really. I mean, just follow those advice, heed the advice, and you will be fine. All right. Just listen to her. Everything about her is her. Okay. If she says so, it's her. It's her. This is why you bought all those alcohols. All right. This is why you have all the boys with you and you bought all the alcohols. That's the reason. Not because you wanted to give it to guests. It's because you need it too. Okay? A few things. You're not going to get full on your own dinner. You're just busy. You're not going to get full. Don't ever wipe anything on her makeup, including cakes. Like, don't. Just don't. Because you don't know if she's going to get pissed off. And if she had to go fix her makeup, you're done. No, don't mess with her makeup. Don't put anything on her face. If she want to put cake on your face, that's totally fine because you don't need makeup. She does. So don't mess it up.
Right.
Okay. What else? Oh yeah. For the photo, hold your kisses. Just saying. She might not tell you, but every time you kiss her, just hold it there for extra second because your photographer needs that time to take pictures. You might not know it, but if you didn't hold it and the photographer didn't get any kissing pictures, you are so screwed. Just saying. Here we go. All right, that's just Tony's advice of how to survive your wedding. Just about every woman has planned her wedding before you become the person filling the empty spot. Yeah. Okay. All right. Davidoff Primero Nicaraguan is good short cigar for a wedding. If you're gonna get married and you gotta have smokes, just bring your anniversarios, your light cigars. It's nothing that's gonna get you sick because you'll be drinking. Don't bring the dark cigar. Bring a light cigar.
Bring a light cigar.
All right, bring a light cigar. Bring one that you know. I prefer not to. You'll bring either torpedo or Toro for photos. But if you actually gotta smoke it, I would say use a Robusto or something because you end up putting it down and do something else. As the groom, you have a lot to do. So just so you know, you'll be walking around talking to everybody, and not everybody's gonna enjoy that cigar in your hand. So
Yeah. They'll be walking and talking a lot, just like he said. Here we do.
Yeah.
Circulating everywhere, talking to everybody.
everybody want to drink with you, want to toast with you, want to and so that you will drink a lot of alcohol. So if you smoke something too harsh, you might not feel well. Just so you know, like depends how many guests you have, right? So I have 100 guests. I end up drinking 100 cups of bourbon in my wedding. So put that in perspective. Luckily, my wedding planner was smart, and the hotel was smart. They gave me another set of food back in my hotel room. So when I went back, I got stuff to eat, but not a good feeling. But remember, it's her party, not yours. You're just there. She planned her entire life to do that party. And you'll be planning a party for the rest of your life. Just think about that way. All right, you know what? I made that wrong. She has spent her entire life to plan for that party. You will spend the entire life to pay for that party. There you go. All right.
Happily.
Well, I'm not saying that you're not happily paying for it. You will just be paying for it one way or another. Y'all gonna have laser tag at the reception? No. I just suggest people don't do any crazy. Just get it. That is the busiest week, and also the busiest day before, and the most tiring day of. So don't do anything crazy. I know people plan a lot of things crazy, but you'll regret it afterward. You know, I went through it. There's a lot of things to do. You know, you're chasing her everywhere to do the photo shoot before everybody gets to the reception and all that stuff. I don't have time to eat, and I wait for people to talk. You know, every time I'm about to get a bite, somebody want to talk to me, I'm going to go over there, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. I don't know how everybody does their wedding, but I remember my wedding is that way, so. I much rather do the Chinese wedding. Is everybody just go there and eat, pay their money, go there, eat, cheers. You go there to say hi to everybody, you're done. Go home. But American weddings are slightly different. So we had a more Western wedding. Receptions on Sunday. Ooh. I don't know how that's gotta be like to have a reception the next day. Usually it's the same day. Val, have you?
Same day.
Usually it's the same day. I have never done
Usually
one.
the
That's
same
a different
day.
because people is already busy. Like, you know, you gotta be spending a lot of. It's more like an Indian thing to have like a wedding for multiple days. But I don't do multiple days. I just do one day, get it over with because it's so tiring. And it's take a big toll on your body too, just so you know.
It's a long day. A long day.
It's a long, long day. It will be something, and you want to remember the detail because it will be something for her to talk about for a long time. Make sure you remember the detail because one day she's gonna go, honey, remember that day in our wedding? You're like, no shit. And you can't say no, I don't. You're like, yeah, sure, of course. Of course. If anything I remember, it's just that day. That's the best day of my life. But you know, if you gotta say the detail, you better remember it. A Mexican style wedding closer to Asian style. Feed everybody taco card, dancing, cake, send everybody home. But you're telling everybody to come back the next day. Just got done going live and then my phone crapped out. Hey, you know, you can always do that while you're plugged in. While you're plugged in, right? So while you're plugged in. What else do I have announced? I feel like I have a couple things to announce. I can't remember it now. Like I literally planned out this morning when I was walking around. And I don't remember. But with that being said, how's everybody? Everybody have a good cigar right now? Like, you know, Val, why are you smoking?
I'm smoking the night shift.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good cigar.
Try. Yeah.
That's a surprisingly good cigar. Like I was like, because you know me, I have bad experience with previous warfighters.
It took the band off. The band off.
I have bad like experience with the previous warfighter, but that one turned out pretty good for me.
Just yeah.
Hashi.
I think this is their best one. For me at least.
Matt in the morning is smoking Pappy Van Winkle Reserve Barrel Fermented Tour. That's a long name. Just say Pappy Van Winkle, man. Hashimoto.
Just say the Pappy.
Martin, why are you smoking?
I'll stick.
Barber pole. Whenever here's the thing. Whenever Martin shows his stick, he doesn't go like this. He goes like this. It's like as if he's trying to middle finger me. Every single time. All right, Eric, what are you smoking?
Aganorsa Rare Leaf Maduro.
That's rare. Ganosa? You?
I like it. I like them sometimes. I like the stick a lot, actually.
But the thing is that, like, when they say rare leaf, it's not rare leaf.
No. No.
It's not rare leaf. It's just leaf, you know? Just leaf.
It's rare leaf, man. You gotta read it. And what it say, that wasn't mean.
Okay, which piece is the rare one?
The whole cigar, it's the whole leaf.
Your cigar is not made out of one leaf, man.
The wrapper is a rare leaf.
You sure?
Here's Nicaraguan.
And how's that rare?
Oh, that's rare. It's rare.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Dude, it's like a
Whoa,
dark
whoa, whoa.
Nicaraguan with like toothiness to it. Come on, it's pretty rare.
I got you, Hashi. Coin check. Got you.
Oh man. Coin check. Coin check.
God damn it, I'm lazy.
Whoa. You can't just go run and grab it.
Damn.
Oh, shit. Eric, you need to keep a coin on the table, man.
Gotta be ready.
Gotta be ready.
No, it's not that. It's like right where my dryer is. It's like right there.
Why is it on your dryer?
Because I cleaned the table before I smoked. So
Okay.
I moved it over.
Foul.
And plus, I'm in my boxer, so I got to turn off the camera, go get it.
Okay. I give you that.
Yeah, bro. Warm it up.
It's getting hot in Texas, man.
Is that good or bad?
Huh?
Is that good or bad?
It's good. I like the heat. Right now, it's comfortable hot, not like really hot.
All right. Comfortable is good. No Speedos on the life, Eric.
I'm trying not to, man.
You know, in the past, I used to like the briefs. Now I wear a box more, but I used to like briefs.
No, I don't, because I just showed my coin, Hashi.
Okay. All right. So, should we talk about upcoming cigars, or should we talk about a cigar that already existed today?
I want to bring up a cigar.
Sure.
I smoked it for the first time today. It was that Patina Oro. I think it's Oro de Nicaragua, something like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Okay.
That's all right.
It is exceptionally good for me. I like that cigar better than the rest of their line.
Really?
I think they hit a home run with that one.
Okay.
I thought it was a very good cigar.
See, Val, now you're going to tell him I have to go get it.
It is. Yeah, it surprised me. It surprised me.
What part of it that makes the most impression for you on that cigar?
Well, I tell you what I've noticed, and I haven't been. You know, sometimes when you smoke a cigar, when you're with a bunch of people, you don't notice. Maybe after the first or second draw, you notice because you're just starting a cigar. But then once you start getting into, you know, discussion, conversation, and stuff like that, you know, then you don't pay attention to the cigar as much. But with that cigar, the first and second, third is what really grabbed me. The last part of it, it kind of waned down a little bit, but not to the point where I said, you know, only the first part of it is good. And for me, one of the surprising tastes that lasted for me, and I'm not saying everybody's going to taste this, but I did. It had initially had a very,
Citrus.
nope, green bell pepper.
Okay.
Okay.
Green
Some people
bell
hated
pepper.
that though. Some people hated green pepper taste, but green pepper. Okay. Is the
But
sweet
it-
part or the you know, green pepper had that really specific taste. Like once you heat it up, is that raw or is it cooked taste? Which one?
Cooked.
Cooked taste.
Cooked.
Okay.
Cooked, but it wasn't. It was noticeable in the beginning, but going to the last 2/3 and the last end of it, it was still there, but it was very light.
Okay.
All right, and yeah, I thought it was a good cigar. Out of all the patinas that I smoked, that is my favorite one.
Okay. But
So,
did you like the Sumatra?
yeah, I wasn't crazy about the Sumatra. No,
Okay. All right.
no. I mean, I tried. I give them a chance, but for the, if I wanted to buy another one, it would be the one I just smoked. Now, not now. Saying that, that doesn't mean, and I'm sure everybody will say this, or most everybody will say this. That doesn't mean I'm going to get that same taste again the second time I smoke it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've smoked a couple of cigars where I've got that taste. Bam! Whoa, where'd that come from? Then you can't wait to blow the smoke out to take another puff, and it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone for the rest of the cigar.
It's possible.
Okay.
Yes.
But for that one I smoked today, at that particular time, I said, "Man, I wish I had another one to light up another one right after it, because that's how much I liked it." And maybe I liked it that way because it was the first time I smoked it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe if I smoked it right again, maybe it wouldn't have grabbed me the same way.
Okay.
Okay.
This is why when people try a new cigar, bring two. Just buy two. Just get two.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't like the first one, you could try again, or you can give it to
Yeah.
another person or something like that. Get two just in case. Get two just in case. Some of the time, you might like a cigar or not like a cigar, and then you can't find it afterward.
Yeah.
All right. To answer Ben's questions, because he just typed up a bunch of questions. When to start? I just told you the process started, so when to start is that's. I'm gonna try. We gotta try to get the designing process finished. by this month, so we can get everything else started. But it takes time, right? It takes time. I think we're very close. It's just whether or not I'm 100% satisfied with what it is right now. I think I still have a problem with the bottom band, what it says on it. I'm still debating. Right now it says special edition, but should we say special edition? Or should we say limited edition? Or should we say, I don't want to say 2024, because what if we release a 2025? You know? Yes, Val.
And that's the thing. If you say special edition and you don't have another cigar out there to say, well, what's so special about it?
Right.
There's no comparison.
Well, of course, but that's what makes it special edition. It's a special made, right? We did this as a project, so it's special made.
I'm still thinking about that about that one. Tell the truth.
Yeah, to be honest with you guys, I don't like the word limited edition. It's so often used, and for Asian, we're just sucker for that word. I hate that word. So
I think everybody is though.
Yeah, that's why I'd say maybe we'll do special edition, because limited edition bothers me. And I think somebody brought it up. If you say first edition, that means there's got to be a second edition.
Yes. That's the expectation.
So we can't do first edition. But keep in mind, like, you guys remember Cigars Daily's Obrigado? It's been saying it's first edition forever.
Right.
Special limited edition, it will be the same thing.
Yeah, a redundancy.
Yeah. Well, we can choose a color. Black edition, white edition, gray edition, purple.
Green, yes.
Green is not on the list, but thank you, Val. Good try.
Okay.
The thing is that I don't really think about any other color other than the color that's already on our logo. See, there's no green.
Red, white, black.
White, black, gray, red, gold. So I'm trying to, if you guys have an idea, bring it up. Maybe we're using it. But I just don't like special edition. I don't like a limited edition. I don't like,
Well, if you go with like the colors, you could put down, red edition, black edition, gold edition, silver edition. If in the future, we plan on doing more, then it would be the next color.
Yeah, and that's very possible, right? I mean,
I think we need something that we could reuse, man. That's the truth.
Special edition? Oh, a limited edition? Because then every cigar we can just put that on because every cigar is limited edition.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, we need something that we could.
But that's the thing. I don't know if my next cigar, I'll be using black bottom footband. I might use other color. That will fit the color of the cigar or something like that. Something to kind of put it together.
Is it you want a footband or do you need a footband?
We decided to have a footband because it makes a more complete look. Because the top is too dark. There's like nothing on the bottom.
Okay.
Now with the new band, we added some color in there. So in the future, we can use any other color, right? That is part of the main band. So white, purple, blue, red, gold, silver. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Gray, if you want to call that. Next cigar, you want to go through this again? I don't know. Through the process, I think I learned a lot about this whole thing, and I don't think the next time I ever have to go there again. We kind of have a good understanding of what needs to do, what needs to be done. The thing about the boxes and the band and stuff like that, once you establish a contact, you always use the same person. You don't have to change that. So I don't have to deal with that. So the next process is going to be significantly easier, per se. And would it cut the cost if the top 2 band were just one total complete band? No, it will not. Because when you do one band that big, you actually can never use that top band again. Because all the band will just say in the shadow on there. So I actually will end up wasting more band. I cannot use that band. But if I print it out as 2 bands, yeah, it's gonna cost a little bit more, but I get to use the rest of the band and I can print more of the main band. If that makes any sense. Bands are a lot cheaper when you go higher in amount. So if I was to print, well, we need 10,000 bands, right? But you can't just print 10,000 bands. So because it's probably cheaper if you put 15,000 bands. Because you always need a little bit extra just in case something's screwed up, right? So I plan to print 15,000 band on the second band, and 15,000 foot band. But the primary band I can print 30,000. I can print 40,000. Because why? Next cigar can still use the same main band. Main band is all the same. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so just secondary band would change.
So my primary band will be cheaper. In fact, into the next project, I don't have to print the primary band anymore. And what's even better is the next project, if we have demos, to put the primary band on there. Still all demo. So, yeah, and here's the thing. I know. Should I put it out there? I'm gonna put it out there. I know that some people are like they feel like they missed out on being part of this project. And hear me out though. You guys are all part of the project, and your support or buying the project, buying the cigar is being supportive of the project. So even though you didn't put the money up front to be the partner, all of you are still a partner in a way, right? Because I share the whole process with you guys, every part of it, right? Minus the part that you didn't. The only thing you didn't share is that you didn't have diarrhea. All right, but every part we shared, right? So you guys are part of that. Now, if you guys want me, I don't want to go crowdfunding ever for the project, because when you crowdfund, you got to give something back. I don't know what to give back. Like, when you do Kickstarters, like, hey, if you pay extra, like $1,000, you get nothing. And you pay $2,000, you get this and that, right? And if you guys do that, the only thing I can give back is like what, a box of cigar. But wouldn't that be the same thing as if you go buy a box of cigar? So this is why I didn't crowdfund. I want to put it out there. I didn't crowdfund because it wouldn't make sense, right? And also, if anybody ended up being a partner in the future, the expectation will happen the same thing that I give to Eric, is that you'll never get your money back. This okay? You're never gonna get your money back. That's the same expectation I give to Eric. So I think the amount of people that will be okay with that will be very small amount. So it's, and it gets more complicated when I say, hey, we have 5 partners, and all 5 partners now not getting their money back, because it will just stay with the project forever. You're never getting the money.
There's no money. Everything is getting pushed back in.
Because we're not, based on what we're looking at, we already went over the budget anyway. So when it goes, everything is said and done, there's no money. There's no money back. So there's no money back, because the expectation was to make a small amount. and in an effort of making a limited edition style cigar. So there's no money back there. That's why it's not a good investment. You know, I do this for a living. I know that I don't want people to lose their money, because the whole thing about this is that you're not getting money back. So it wouldn't make sense to say, hey, everybody contribute to that. But rather than that, wouldn't that make more sense that everybody just pay for their cigars and just support the project, so that, like, by buying the cigar, you are supporting the next project. Basically, that's what it is. Like, what you guys bought become the funding for the next project.
Yeah, you guys
So
think
think
about it. If the 500 box sold, gone, there's no money to come back. Think about it. Okay, no money at all to coming back. Even if we sold all the box in like 6 months,
Yeah.
you
so
still be empty-handed.
that goes right to the next cigar. So there is nothing coming back. So I could not crowdfund. It doesn't work. It would make no sense that, hey, if you pay $1,000, you get a box of cigar, right? If you pay, and then I had to sort out all that, you know, how many X amount of people, and then still have to go find a partner for the rest of it. So it wouldn't make sense. So think of it this way: the best way you can support the project is buying the cigar, so that the next project will survive. Right? So Ben, when you say paying cigars, that's the risk. That's not the benefit. The risk is that if this thing, nothing happens, everything goes like to crap, you get some cigars. That's the risk. That's not the benefit.
You get a lot of cigar. Like, think about that. You get a lot of cigar, but
I want to put it out there. You know, I know that there is something to that, and I think that some people might still think, okay, Tony's think about next project. You know, maybe this time I'll go ask him, or maybe this time Tony will ask me. But I want to put it out there is that it's tough for me to say, hey, let's go get another partner or open crowdfunding, because no money's ever gonna go back. Even if we profited in the next few projects, that profit goes back to the project, and that profit continues to make the cigar, and
Yeah,
we only
so
got to make better and better.
It's a reinvestment to what you're doing. Is what you're doing.
I want the goal of this is that while having limited edition, eventually, if this project survives, continue to survives, we will have enough money to make a long-standing Legion cigar core. And that core will be just one single cigar that we always have. All right. So, and that goes to the future vision of if we ever had a Shadow Smoker Legion Lounge, that would be the cigar that's there, always there. And that was the point. So the limited,
I don't think we want to carry online, man. That's not good.
no, that's just inventory we smoke through.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not good.
All right. So it's really funny because this is the opposite way, is that other people use their core line to support their limited editions. Right? They sell X amount of core line so that they have money to invest into the limited edition. We're doing the opposite. We're doing a limited edition in order to fund our core line.
Mhm.
Right? Because we're not going to be able to be the one that sells 1 million cigars a year. Okay. Lounge plans in Texas or East Coast, it will be wherever I live. So, you know, where I go, that's where it is, because I have asked about the members about the lounge plan by crowdfunding, and that didn't work out well. Everybody don't want to do it. And so it will most likely gotta be something like, I bought a house, I built something on the side. It'll be something like that. Okay. Ooh, what the hell? And making the core line in the future while other people can buy it from stores, that extras stays in the lounge. So everybody who shows up got something to smoke. Not gonna be my private stash. Go smoke the core line. Okay. And And that's kind of the long vision. Obviously, it's far, far down. You're not gonna see a core line for a long, long time.
That is so far away.
Right? And that's why it wouldn't make sense to do that, because the vision for that is kind of far. The vision for that is it's a long-standing process, right? Us making the limited edition pushes for a long-standing core cigar. Like I said, it's the opposite, because it's not a business kind of thing for us, you know, and we try to do one project to sustain another project. Did we discuss the price of your cigar? Yes, we did, but I can tell you that at this point, we still only have an estimate from our like basic math, not an actual quote. The thing about the cost is that you had to figure out how much the cigar costs, which we don't know. And we will estimate it as the highest price that we're willing to pay, right? And we don't know how much the band costs until the band is sent to the printing place. They look at what is needed and they give you a quote. And based on how much you got to print, price changes. And also the box, until you have a design and everything, you can't bring that to the box and give you a quote because there's no design yet. Yeah. So the future project with long-standing cigar for the Legion will only work if the project survives. And the best way is to allow everybody to be able to support it their own way, rather than saying, hey, we're going to crowdfund, but I got nothing to give back to you guys. Right? The only thing that I can give back crowdfunding will be like, if you pay $500 in the project, you get a box of cigars or something like that, right? It wouldn't make sense. Why not just take that to buy 2 or 3 boxes of cigars? Right? That's supporting it. And it will be pretty much of a hell to try to fulfill a long list of crowdfunding people. It will actually be more work than not. You know, it's a lot easier for you guys to go buy a cigar than me try to figure out a list who we need to send this out to. Now, I want to address also the part where like, oh, but Tony, you could, you know, anybody who pays the most can go to DR with you or whatever. Like I said, I'm very glad that the only person that had to share diarrhea is me and Eric. So that was not like, you know, and it wasn't cheap to start with, right? It wasn't cheap to start with. And I don't think our cigar project process will have go nearly as smooth if we have 10 people in that boardroom. It wouldn't, right? So this is another thing why it didn't, like, it wasn't even a consideration, because when you're doing something, the more hands is on it, the more messy it gets.
Yeah, the more complicated.
The more complicated it is. So when I decide, I had to go, whose money can I say you never gotta go back to you? And that, now if we get into a fist fight, I might win. It'll be another Asian who is shorter than me. So or I can outrun. That's the other one. If I can win, I need to be able to outrun them. Or outswim them.
You got to swim.
I can outswim. So
I can't fight, so it's okay.
this is why, you know, he ended up in, and plus, okay, everybody don't know this. He brought up the idea, and the thing about the Legion is that whenever somebody brought me up an idea and I choose to do it, I do it with the person who brought up the ideas. It's always been like that. You know, if I talk to Hashimoto's like, hey, we do a collab. I was like, okay, let's do it. It'll be me and Hashimoto, right? You know, if little guy comes to me with a project, I'm like, you know what, let's do it. It'll be little guy and me. It's always been that. Like somebody bring out the idea, I do it with the person, because after all, the person came out with the idea. So I thought about doing this for a long time, and Eric was the one that says, "Hey, let's do it." This is why Eric was the primary choice too.
Yeah, there was one night we just talked, and forgot who else was on that night too.
Albert was on. I forgot who else was on, but I think there was like 4 or 5 of us.
Yeah.
But problem with that is that after show jokes usually tend to come to fruition. That's how the Legion works. Even the dumbest idea, we end up doing it. So if this one you took the idea aside to completion. Yeah, I mean, usually if this idea brought to me, and the hardest part was actually just funding, that's usually the easier job to do. All right, that's usually the easiest. Like if somebody says, "Hey, Tony, let's go make," I forgot like who says something like, all right, just put it in this perspective, okay? So far, every single idea that was doable brought up in the live show we have done.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, pretty much all of those we have done. It has to be an idea that brought up. But once he brought up, I try to see whether or not it fits the deal, fits the scope, right? I think the hardest one is actually the ring. I mean, we had the idea about the ring since year 1, and I think the person who brought it up was Scott Koppenhofer. I think that he was the one that brought it up. And again, you guys already know that thing turned out to be wicked expensive, so a lot of people can't do it. And that's one of those things that I put in considerations, that whether or not we can do it and people can still afford it. Because when it happened, I actually only made a ring for myself. And everybody wanted it, and then okay, we went with that. But only selected people, or select amount of people did go through with it because it was expensive. And some people end up saying that they don't wear rings. So, but like pretty much all the ideas that we brought up in the live show in the past to now, starting from year 1, we have done. Right? Coin, humidor, cutter, lighter, ashtray, stickers, pins, cigar pick, lapel pen, all that stuff. We did. It has to do with who brought up the idea. If you brought up the idea, if something that it's a small project, then I just do it myself. I could just get it done. If it's a big project, I might find some help. But majority of the time, if not 99.9% of the time, there's no point to invest because there's no money coming back ever. The Yeti cups, little guy cigar shop is the one that's in charge of that. So he needs to have a list of people to do it because he can't make one. You have to make a few, and that's something that I think majority of the member already understand. That is that when you make something, you can't make one. Well, yes, you can. It wouldn't make sense for anybody, right? So I think the Yeti was like $40 or something like that. I can't remember, 45. If you were to make one, it will be over $100.
It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, so I was looking at a patch for the new cigar logo on there, so that I can sew it onto a shirt or something like that. To make one is $100. One unit, 100. I have email. I can show you guys. One is $100. So yes, you can make one. It wouldn't make sense. Unless you're just like, I'm like, sometimes I do like, okay, I gotta make one and done. For example, the Shadows Works Legion bobblehead, I make one. $100. But I'm okay with paying for that $100, But if you were like, say, okay, hey, let's find 10 people that want to pay $100 for it, it wouldn't make sense. But if I was to make 1 million of them, they would be like $10 or $5. Okay? So yeah, this is one of that. I think a part of the project that I didn't address, and I think some people wanted to know why didn't Tony go to anybody else? And it's not because you're not good enough. It's because I don't have anything to give back to you guys, and I don't want to do that. To tell you, hey, guys, toss me your money. I don't want to do that. Patch and stuff we have. It's not we definitely have. So you can figure it out later on. But we have those. And I need to have another meeting with the Legion members about the leftover stuff I have in my house, because I'm stop packing stuff up, you know. So I need to figure out what to do with all those leftovers. And that may be open up to everybody else in the world.
So I'm on eBay.
It might be open up to all the other fans that's out there, which I don't really want to do because, like I said, it doesn't make money. So I'm just getting rid of it or figure out something. I don't know. And this is something that I personally cannot understand. I know people do understand. I don't understand it. Is that we have a lot of stuff that's based on the event. And I don't understand why some people would like to have a swag phone event that they wasn't part of.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
But they say some people do want it, so I can understand that. But I don't understand why people want it. But if you guys want it, we have it. So Javier's got to cut a check for all of it.
I think part of that is that if you are collecting things like the patches,
Mm-hmm.
you know, why I didn't go to the Miami event, but I really like your patch. I'd like to have it part of my collection.
Which I understand that part.
So
I just feel like for collecting purpose, I see it, but it's a memorabilia. So like you will want to, I don't know, like sports memorabilia, you'll buy it even though you're not there. But I don't know. I don't collect sports memorabilia, so for me it's kind of weird to get something that you're not at the event of, to give a meaning to that. A patch is just a patch until you give a meaning to it, right? So I like to give a meaning to it. Okay. A lot of people ask me for polo. Polos are extremely expensive. That's why I don't put it out there. Just put that as perspective. I think only, aside from myself, the only person that has a polo right now will be Eric, and I think maybe Joe Sparaccio and Val. I'm not too sure because they're expensive. The caps, I have them in trucker hats. I think a lot of people are asking for baseball caps. But we had baseball cap before. That wasn't that popular. Most people want trucker hats, so I don't know. But right now, I have talked to a specific someone that might have a vendor that can do a better job, and we'll see how that comes out. And if that comes up, you know, we might have another round of hats. So Val don't have to worry. He's had for the box of cigars upstairs.
That's right.
You know,
Secured in a vault.
you know, the funny thing is, Val's not going to get the hat till the project is totally be done.
Right. And I, you know, Val, nothing against you, but that hat is such an eyesore. I had to cover it because it's so bright green.
Oh my God.
I don't have anything green in the house. I looked over. That's the only thing that sticks up because that's the only thing that's green.
It's a high visibility.
You don't
It's
have
very
gauge,
high
man.
visibility.
Come on.
Like right now, that box is an eyesore to me. That box is green over here. And that's an eyesore to me because that's how I see. But I don't have anything green. All my furniture is black or like brown or white or gray.
Don't worry,
yellow.
Val. I'm rocking green for you, boy. Don't worry.
So, today specifically we had green font for Val on the chat room. So how often does coin check happen? It happens all the time. Just make sure that you don't do it when Martin's there and this glass table. He'll break that table.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Coins will be raining.
Yeah.
100%.
The thing about Martin is he doesn't show one. He take every single one he have and just toss it on the table. Yeah. So don't do it when there's a glass table or mirror table.
Don't your pocket get heavy with all those coins in there? You know what I mean? Like it's just sagging.
Yeah.
He put it there so that he can move it to the center a little bit. So it's like, hey, look at this. I'm just happy to see you.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Val is pimping out today. Like, sometimes he dress up.
Sometimes. Yeah.
So coin check happens every time we meet up, every time we hang out. It does happen. In the show, it happened quite randomly, but it does happen. Right? All right. So that anything I didn't address for that particular topic, I think we did address everything. Any questions?
I got
Javier, you do know that you can post date a check, right? A check with a future date, I can still go cash it. Ben's like, I'm not on the screen, I can't show the coin. Yeah, a lot of people do this, right? They future date their checks. Like, hey, for example, it's like I gotta pay the rent today, and I'll future date is like until Friday. It's like, hey, I'm gonna give you the check today, but can you go cash on Friday? And they'll date it for Friday, but that doesn't change anything. They can go cash it right away, even though the date is not right. The date doesn't mean anything. It's a line for a movie. What line? It's a line for a movie?
Yeah, that date thing.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't watch the movie, man.
If this gonna be a movie about checks, it has to be Catch Me If You Can, right?
I don't know.
Have you seen that movie, Martin?
I don't watch a lot of movies.
Catch Me If You Can? Val, have you seen the movie Catch Me If You Can?
I have.
That's a pretty good movie. I like that movie. Long time ago, but hey, that's when Leo still normal.
Yeah, Leo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks.
Yeah, but he's still normal. The third-party check, I think, old 80s movie, that's all I can remember for that movie. Catch Me If You Can is good. Yes. See? Catch Me If You Can is good. It's based on true story. That's why right now the check has security checks. That's a reason. All right. Any other cigar you want to brought up that was recently that you smoked that's pretty good?
Davidoff Maduro.
Really?
I don't know. I didn't smoke it yet.
Now I got somebody to come over to talk to me. Left a comment on my review that says it's not limited edition, it's limited production. Let's talk about that. Is limited production any different than limited edition?
Limited production means they can produce limited amount of it, but they will continue to produce it.
Right.
Right.
But that's the thing, right? For this particular,
That's why I say I have a big gripes when things is limited edition, but it's not.
but
That's the thing. I have a big gripes about that.
but that's the thing, right? Is this cigar really a limited production?
Well, they released it before. Now they're releasing it again, right?
No, because before one's different.
Yeah, but they still
Well, you could.
release it, right? They still just use the same name. You know what I'm saying?
They can use the same name, but to tell you it's different.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that it's still released as a limited production. So, okay, this run might come off, but there's gonna be more coming.
Is there?
Yeah, like the Atabay Black is say limited production on it, and they produced 200 box, and what a few months ago they produced another 100 box.
Okay, but in that case, do you even have to say it's limited production at all?
Well, yeah,
Well, how far?
it's just another marketing, right?
How far time span are we talking about?
Quite a few years.
Well, then you can say, like, let's say the cigar comes out next year. It'll be the 2025 edition. And
Right.
if you release it in 3 years from then, it would be the same cigar, but it would be 2028 edition.
Because right now, if you gotta say this, okay? You gotta
Yeah, but then they have to make more bands for that. They're gonna waste more money.
no. But
Right.
Eric, let me address this. Right now, if somebody say Davidoff Maduro to you, which one are they talking about?
I don't know. That just
Exactly.
the new one.
So you have to either address the original one or the 2024 one.
Well, that same thing would go with the Liga, right? The original one or the one now?
The Liga was a regular production though.
I think that thing is the limit production.
No, they never say it's limited production. Liga, like which Liga are we talking about?
Like the Liga 9. They don't.
Right.
That's not. That's you could call that regular, but you can't.
Liga 9 is always out there though.
Liga 10, you mean? Like the 10-year anniversary?
Liga 10
No,
is still always out there right now.
Yeah, that one's always out. But I mean, that's what I meant though. Like they only produce so much of that production, right? In a year.
Yeah,
Right.
but the thing is that, so what you're saying is that in order for this to be a limited production, I mean next year they will have this too. They'll have Maduro 2025. Because right now, if you go out there, they say it's 2024 limited edition. But he says limited production, which how do you say this limited production if you don't know if this got to be regular production?
I don't think they call it limited edition, do they?
If you go online, many retailers does say it's limited edition,
Yeah.
but there's none that actually
haven't
says
seen
limited
it.
production. And because they changed the blend, specifically changed the blend, and told you that specifically they changed the blend, it's not the same as previous anymore. So this is on its own again.
But it still uses the same name though. You know
It
what I'm
uses
saying?
the same
it's
name?
like
Sure.
it's like us saying our limited edition cigar right now. Same name, and then we just switch the blend, and we tell people the blend, and we like
Let me see if that box.
it's you know what I mean?
Let me check out the box again.
So is that you want to use the primary band and the secondary band over and over? Is that what
Yeah.
you're?
Like it's turned to a limited production. Just like okay, just bring the swatch, the moon face swatch. It's not limited edition, but it's limited production. And they change out the color here and there when they release it, right, Tony?
No, the Snoopy one is for this year only.
Yeah, but there's other Snoopy that's the same thing but different color.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I saw there's another black one that they came out with black, but the outside was gray.
In the same year or different year?
It's a different year, but it's still
No.
the same
So they
spot.
released the years based on the anniversary of the Snoopy.
Yeah, but it's still Snoopy moon face. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they ever released another swatch with the Snoopy.
Yeah, they did.
as part of this project. They have other
Oh.
Snoopy watches.
No, they have a swatch moon face Snoopy before the black and the white one.
Not that I know of. I don't know. That
Yeah.
I had to tell you I
So
don't know.
then I did a little research because I have to go my ass and fucking do all that. But I did a little research on it. Yes, and they did have that. So that's why I learned that watch is limited production. It's not limited edition.
No, it's limited edition because the previous one is not the same thing.
Oh, it's the same watch but different color.
Yeah, different color, that makes it different.
Oh.
Just like the white and black, that makes it different.
Yeah,
Like
but it's
if I
still,
make a,
like,
if
you know,
I
to
make
me,
a
it's still a
Habano and the
Snoopy
next
watch,
year I make a
you know?
Maduro, they're not the same thing.
Yeah, but to me, it's the same thing, right? That watch is limited
that's the
production
part
to
of the
me.
problem that I have with the limited edition and limited production. Because if you're limiting production and you're not saying that there's gonna be a regular production, then technically that is still a limited edition. Just how you word it, right?
Like how I look at my Atabey too, same thing.
Well,
The Atabey
somebody
Black,
said that the Atabey Black was an NFT project.
yeah, but it's say limited production, so they're gonna keep coming out with it.
Yeah, because somebody spent a lot of money on their NFT. Then why not just put a year of release then addition? The cigar, maybe you can put a year next to change the color if you want.
Because they're trying to save money with just you reusing the band. They already have so much bands.
Right. Now, Davidoff has plenty of limited edition bands.
Yeah, they have plenty of other bands too, though.
Right.
Like, you know, they
But
have
the thing is
they
that-
just have a lot of bands. Period.
But
They
I
do,
think
they
that,
do.
you know, this one, if you address this one, you'll be Davidoff Maduro 2024.
I don't, because it doesn't say it on there.
But that's how you look for it online.
Well, then I would. So, you know what I mean? Like when I don't do that. I just click and when I search for it, I just put Davidoff Maduro. I don't put
but then,
2024.
well, right now, what's available it is, but if you're looking for information, you got to put 2024 for just current information because the previous blend was different.
Yeah, but I'm just saying when I search for it, I don't go for 2024. I just Davidoff Maduro.
Now, that's because you suck at Googling. That's all.
But I found a cigar though. All right.
Oh, okay. Why don't just put a year as release and addition? Okay, this is the problem, right? Because I don't know if I'm gonna release at 2024 or 2025.
Even though we did talk about this a little bit the other day,
I
though.
did. Okay, I don't think anybody's as superstitious as I did. Okay, I am very superstitious, being part of my culture. I'm religious, and what happened is when I went to New York, I went to the temple. I went to the temple, and I asked for blessings for this project. And when you go to the temple, you get to pull a poem, like they have like number 1 through 50 or whatever, right? And you shake the sticks, and the stick falls out. Whatever stick that is, you take it up. That's this number, and then you pick up, and it's a poem. And the poem basically says, "Don't release it this year."
So there you go. There's our band.
It says it's a bad idea. Don't release it this year. And you know, I was kind of, might be a good idea, but I don't really want to wait because I have no patience. Okay, but it says basically the story, the poem says that currently the water is becoming an ice. Ice doesn't flow. Things don't go. They don't move. You gotta wait for the ice to thaw. And which means next year. So 2025 will make sense, but then that means you guys had to wait until March of 2025.
I could wait.
That means a whole year of aging, boy.
Thanks, Keith.
Aging.
Right?
But think about it. We let the cigar split in age.
Don't mess with karma. You're messing with destiny. Messing with fate.
Yeah, it's really funny because my wife saw the poem. She's just laughing. She's like, "See."
Oh, she already calculated that shit.
No, she's like, you know, I thought you thought it's gonna be delayed anyway, and then like the gods are telling you that you might as well delay it. So, we talk about release after the New Year party in March and March, yeah, and that's the thing, right? Those things are still up in the air because we don't have a timeline until everything gets put in production and they give us actual time. And my personal issue is that I don't like the year of the snake.
Okay.
We are not doing the year of the horse, man.
That's way too far.
That is not even that. That's my year. I'm staying inside the house.
So I definitely look forward to a party. But even if we release it this year, like sometime in the winter, it doesn't mean we can't have a party next year, right? So it's like a dilemma of which one we're going with. And it will still make sense because next year is technically a Legion meet year.
Right.
So we could do it. It's just,
Yeah.
are you releasing your own product as Cigar? Yes. So I don't want to use the word dragon. I really don't want to get into litigation right now.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We can't fight that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to fight that. So yes, we could release it next year, and it'll probably make a lot of sense to do it. But it's still up in the air for now. Because I don't have an actual timeline how long. I know the cigar will be done really quickly. What the problem is that if we decide to release in March, so is a lot of other cigar next year. Because PCA, TPE, it's that time.
Time to get a booth.
No.
No.
Nope. Right? So that's what I worry about. So what will end up happening if we got to do that is that we will need to ship all that cigar over here and let it sit there for months and months and months.
It's all about timing.
You guys might not see what's the problem with that, but just having that cigars over here in my humidor drives me insane.
I don't look at it, man. Tell the truth.
I can't. I had to check every day, make sure they're okay. I had to come down and say, hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how you doing?
I mean, I look at it, but I don't. It's there.
Right. So I could tell you I'm like 85% set on next year.
They give more people time to save.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Right now, whatever anybody's saving is saving for Christmas. Don't kid yourself. You're not saving for the cigar next year.
Y'all waiting. That the holiday season, boy. I understand that. We all understand the holiday season. You know what I mean?
I know some people say, hey, it'll be good to release it for Christmas. And everybody can buy their Christmas present like that way. I'm like, come on, man.
And then that season too is like tax season, is like all of that. Just
right.
Jumbo, like
it's just never ending. Somebody wants some money from you.
Yep. Yeah. Until like the middle of summer, that's when you have like little wiggle room.
Unless you're going on vacation.
That too.
But yeah, March might be it. And I thought about this, okay? If you guys saw the bottom band, we have some design right next to special edition. I thought about it, like, why if we put snakes right next to it?
Please don't.
But snake kind of look ugly, so.
Yes, snake.
I see. I would think the month of May.
I can't do month of May. I'm busy.
Well, wait a minute. I'm going to tell you why.
Here we go.
It's like this. Because April, tax, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tax return.
Yeah.
Not everybody gets tax returns.
No.
But wait a minute. So what happens at the end of May and June, though?
That's what I mean. So we have to go.
School gets out in June predominantly, right? Then when you run into June and July, now you're looking at the vacations.
Okay.
But if you have it in May, right after tax, right before vacation, you got that window of opportunity. There it is. Because right after
Isn't
vacation,
May like
go back to the school year?
May is like Mother Day, no?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So June is Father's Day. So, hey, the day's the day.
The thing is that a lot of people's goes on vacation during the long weekend, Memorial Day, and all that stuff. So if they gotta save money for vacation, they can buy it. And I'm not really saying that there's a problem. I'm not worried about whether or not people know how to save their money for cigars. We got plenty of cigars. So it will be there even after. It's what time that I can actually spend to organize and have and really enjoy the party with everybody.
So we are getting fucked up that day.
You might be. I'll be sober. Well, like you say, we're just projecting a time. But if summer is more reasonable, so be it. We already don't have it, so a couple of extra months, no big deal. Summertime is when the flight ticket start to go up the roof. So you definitely, and plus, I really don't want to go to Texas in the summertime.
Why not, man? What the fuck?
Because I can go outside, put my cigar out there, it will be lit.
I mean, then we don't need extra butane.
Like, who needs to toast their cigar? Just leave it out there for a little bit. It's all nicely toasted. Entire cigar is toasted.
Nah, you'll be fine, bro.
No,
And plus, you need a little tan. Just saying.
but the truth is that I'm very busy around that time.
No.
That's
True.
time.
Yeah, like summertime, I am booked.
And this is why, like, you know, when you start to look after tax season, your first quarter just finished. You have a lot of things that you have to do starting, you know, to start to plan and everything. So there's a lot, and also after that time, everybody's looking at what cigars coming out. That's the time where cigars come out. Right now we're in April, right? A lot of cigars already went for the PCA. They start to come out.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, we're not going to be on that list, right? They're not going to put on that list, are they? Are we going to do it?
What list?
Right. The list that they're going to come out.
No. But then
Look,
you knew that. You're telling me that, you know, okay, for this cigar, I'm gonna forsaken all the other cigars that's coming out.
No.
Exactly. It's a lot easier if you say there's only one cigar coming out per month, so you just had to decide for the month. No, they come out all together. April, 3 or 4, 5, 6 cigar coming out.
Yeah.
May, 5 cigars, 6 cigars coming out.
Yeah.
Because we need to arrange a lounge and everything and all that.
Yeah. Also, that would be busy for them and all that stuff. I don't know. I mean, obviously, we'll look at it once we have a time frame. But I mean, I'm just telling you guys the story. That's what happened. Okay. So we don't have any of that arranged yet. Worst case scenario. Here's the thing: we can have the cigar here first. So and then just after that, we just decide time. Right. I don't want to ship the cigar when everybody's shipping their cigars.
Mm.
Right. So California is definitely not a list for
That's
location.
not going to happen. No. California is not going to happen, JB. Sorry.
Nope.
Nope.
I ain't going there and get my ass whooped.
JB, we got to plan a meetup if you want to do that. But that's not going to be nice.
I don't want to pay like how Tony paid for cigars.
No. I can't do California. Plus, I don't think there's any lounge over there will host us either. Keep that in mind. We need people to host us.
Right.
And we're a bunch of rowdy people.
And like, if we get the cigar here early, whatever, we could actually use it to our leverage and say, talk to your lounge that, hey, this day, how much you need, we can pay you, boom, 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 done. You know what I mean?
No, when the lounge hosts you, you don't pay the lounge.
I make sure I'm gonna make sure you get a nice cut. I don't know. I got plans. Leave me alone, Tony.
You do your plan.
All right.
All right. There might be few that will host. You know, here's the thing. Like most cigar lounges will host brand that they carry. If they don't host it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's where I come in with a suit. Man in black in this bitch.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. But all that stuff is afterward, so there's no point to worry about that right now. I should worry about everything else. That is the thing. Anyways, that is a boring topic. I really think it is, because I know people want to know, but at the same time, majority of people don't care. So
Yep. They just care when the product is here.
yeah, you just care when the product's here. But you know, I still keep everybody updated. I like to keep the Legion updated, at least on what's going on, what's the planning, or what is the process that we're going through. And today just happened to be the day that the new version of the band came out, so I tried to update everybody. All right. So with that being said, we talk about the Maduro, we talk about the Patina. What other cigars that you guys are looking forward to?
I need to get my hand on the Legend thing.
I think somebody asked if Yaza smoked the Legend yet. I don't know. I think he would be, because he already showed it that day.
Yeah, he already showed it. I think he's, and I think he went back and bought the whole thing. I wouldn't be surprised if Yaza did that. So
I wouldn't be surprised that Yaza actually didn't buy a single stick. He bought the whole entire box. And just took out 2 sticks.
In his caption say, try them out, maybe buy the box after. There you go.
I haven't seen any store selling them for singles, so I don't know. But let's talk about like the cigar that you know, I'm looking forward to a lot of Sumatra that's coming out. I think like all of a sudden they probably figure out a way to use Sumatra differently, because I see a lot of brands start to say, hey, we're gonna have Sumatras.
Or the farmer is not growing 7
Do
drip.
you think that's a trend that we're heading into? Because it seemed like for about a year and a half, Cameroon was a big trend.
Well, when you say a trend, right? I wanted to tell you that it's more like because last year or whatever the preseason, they decided to all grow Sumatra.
That's what I'm saying.
So if they all grow Sumatra, everybody have abundance of Sumatra to use, and now they got a good deal, they got it, and then start doing it.
So you got to utilize it then. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's not like
And plus,
they sit down like, everybody, let's all do Sumatra next year. Let's all compete with each other. Let's do it. See who make the better Sumatra. I don't think that's happened. You know, I think that's like, you know, every distributor say, hey, we got a nice batch of Sumatra. You guys want to use it?
yep.
To every single people that's looking for cigar.
And they grow so much Sumatra, you know, what you gonna do? And plus, following trend is not good. Trend doesn't last. You see what happened to Lanceros? Just saying.
Why you gotta bring that shit up?
Because your ass.
Right. So I'm hoping that this, like, it's not like Sumatra never existed, right? Sumatra existed for a long time, right? And the fact that they start using it might be because this particular Sumatra this time they figure out a different way.
They're like, oh, we could put broadleaf on there too.
Right? Somebody had to figure out a combination that's different. And they're like, okay, we can all do that, right? Just like when broadleaf and San Andreas came out, they're like, we can all just do that because everybody's growing that, we can use that. And then they all use that. How is Sumatra compared to Cameroon when it comes to sourcing and cigar construction? Now, don't quote me on this, but I'm going to tell you Sumatra is easier to import than Cameroon. And they are technically one of the same, growing in a different place. Sumatra is basically Cameroon seed grow in Indonesia. All right. So, but when it comes to structure of exporting, importing, and stuff like that, I think that Indonesia has a better exporting than Africa. So that you're gonna find Sumatra slightly cheaper than Cameroon overall.
I believe so.
And they're technically pretty much the same. Cameroon, are going to be a little bit more oily than Sumatra because of the temperature that is going under, the weather that's going under, and that's pretty much it.
I prefer none.
Right. So if that's the question, they're technically the same but different, and they don't make that much different. Now, if you're smoking a Cameroon cigar or a Sumatra cigar, you are at the mercy of the blend, at the mercy of the binder and the filler, because the tobacco itself are relatively tasteless. It has taste, yes. It has earthiness and it has like some nuttiness to it, but it's not a lot, and you kind of depend on the rest of the stuff giving that primary flavor. You gotta get majority of flavor from the wrapper, sure, but nuttiness and earthiness is not the primary note that you're really searching for. You're looking for everything else, so you're at the mercy of the filler and the binder.
You so could make a good combination. Then. Which is that where like true blending come, in my opinion.
But that's
Like
why I
you-
say that, you know, I wonder if they figure out a different combination that would just make it shine. Right? The difference are like, you know, when somebody say we're using Mexican San Andreas and broadleaf binder, they are not necessarily the same. They know that combo works, but which part of the, you know, broadleaf are they using? Which farms broadleaf that they're using, all different. They just know whether or not that combo works, right? So I wonder if they figure out a combo for Sumatra.
What should they do? We could copy it and put undisclosed.
No, I really. Here's the thing, right? I really like undisclosed because like you're putting all the other stuff that might skew your perception out of the window. You're not judging the cigar anymore based on where this come from.
I told you I never do anyway. Tell the truth, I don't really care what tobacco, what region, what's this and that. I just want a good cigar.
Right? So if you put that out of the window, you're focusing on the flavor now. You're not focusing on where they came from, because where they came from doesn't matter, right? Does it matter where Tony came from? No. Tony's here right now. So, with the blend of the Dragon haven't been too hot, so I want to hold your breath on the new blend of Sumatra. Yeah.
But to tell you the truth though, like dragons, it's just fun, right? I mean, they blend it, but it's honestly just fun. It's just fun to have. It's fun to chase. It's fun to make. It's fun to have,
So-
to enjoy the year of it and stuff like that.
So let me ask you, since you brought the Dragon up, when you first started, I know the big thing was I guess my thought was the big thing coming out is going to be the one by Davidoff, right?
No, that's the first one that got released.
That's the first one.
Well, yeah, okay, but I'm just saying I did not really realize that there was going to be such a well, I mean, so many brands coming out with it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we say.
That's what we thought too.
And okay, I mean, I thought maybe okay, 2 or 3.
Mhm.
But then there's the 4th one, then there's a 5th one, now there's a 6th one. Who knows? There might be 1 or 2 more coming out later.
There is.
So with that in mind, and I'm speaking mostly to the Eric and Tony. When you started doing this Year of the Dragon, now once those started coming out, was it now, you know, well, now we got to get this one. Now we got to go get that one. So now was it more like a pursuit than a challenge, or was it because they came out with it, we have no choice but to get and try it for comparison?
It was a challenge to start with. That we were like, you know, we got to do all the dragons out there because
Yep.
it's Dragon Year, right?
Okay.
But
okay.
when we see how many is coming out, we did go like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's actually killing us.
Okay.
It's actually killing us. But yeah, we saved from the beginning of the year that we're gonna try to get every dragon out there, and we are in the pursuit, and the pursuit is getting harder every day.
Yeah, because I actually thought that it's gonna be 4 or 5 and call it a day because the previous years that's all they have,
Yeah,
4 or 5.
there wasn't much for the
Yeah.
year.
That's what I thought. There was going to be about 4.
But right now we have like what 13, 15. Yeah,
But I
No,
didn't
did we
realize-
have 13? No.
yeah.
So now that you've been smoking them, have you guys thought about placing which ones you like best out of the years of the dragon? Like,
Oh yeah. I already planned that. That's gonna be
Okay.
for the end of the year thing.
yeah, like you're the best of the year of the dragon and you start and work your way up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's already in the plan.
Okay.
Yeah. Quickly calculating without going specific, Davidoff already have 2, right? Olive and
But
then,
I count Davidoff as one because it's Davidoff.
no, they're
right?
2 different blends. You know that for sure. We know that for sure. Okay. And then you have Gurkha has 5. You're at 7 already before anything else.
Okay, 7.
Wow.
We have all-
Gurkha had 5?
Yeah, Gurkha had 5.
Yeah,
Yes.
Gurkha has 5.
Wow.
You got
So we have
Rocky.
7.
You got the Selma.
Maya Selva, right?
Okay. And then we got the VF.
The
Yeah.
Vega Fina.
All right,
Yeah.
now you're at 10 already,
Uh-huh.
right? And then you have Placencia, Jewish Day. You're at 12 already.
12. Oh shit. Okay.
And then you have the Espanola, Espanola,
Yeah.
Espanola,
Espanola. Yeah.
and
And Asylum.
Asylum. So that you have
Okay.
14 now. And that's not including all the other one that we missed out because they.
Oh, the unnamed whatever.
Oh, yeah,
but that-
unnamed them? All right, now you have 15.
And Punch.
Punch, all right, you're at 16 now.
What is wrong with us?
Okay. So yeah, that
So you mentioned Davidoff having, and those other ones having more than 2. Now you're talking a different blend, but not just a different shape and size, right?
yeah, they are
Yeah,
different.
it's a different blend. Yeah.
They're different blend.
Okay.
Okay. So let's move it to as someone who is new to the cigar world, what is something you can advise me? I'm stumbled upon your channel a couple of days ago. Subscribe, keep it up. I will suggest you to go listen to our podcast, and a lot of things are addressed in there by episodes. So that because like as a beginner, there's a different level of beginner. There is I smoke 1 cigar a day beginner. There's I smoke 1 cigar every week beginner. There's I can already taste a lot of things because I like to eat beginner. There's people I cannot retrohale beginner. So every beginners are kind of different. So I will say go listen to those podcasts and pick and choose which one suits you better. Right? The best advice we can tell you is that don't make it more complicated than it is.
Yeah.
Right? The cigar could be very complicated. You can go out and get all the things, you can end up with 20 lighters and 20 cutters and different, punch and all that stuff. You can end up with 6 humidor in one room. You can, then you have to go debate what percentage and what temperature your cigar gotta be and all that stuff. Don't make it that complicated. If you don't have that much cigar, don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that. If your cigar's at 40%, so be it. Smoke it. Just make sure your cigar's not at 90%. Then that you'll have to worry about, right? And obviously, where you stay, where you live, the state, the weather does contribute to your cigar experience as well, temperature. And as a beginner, I would say just try every single entry level cigars you possibly can. All right. There are a few that's obviously, you know, is a safe shot. You know it's got to be good for a beginner. You know, guaranteed. Like Olivas, Ashton, some Rocky Patels, some Alec Bradley. You know, those are got to be safe bet. You know, Romeo and Julieta, those are got to be safe. You buy them, they've been there for so long that they know what beginner wants, right? Smoke through all those, and then mentally prepare yourself. Go into boutique cigar if you do like flavors. Okay, so let the heritage stuff, which meaning everything that general cigar stuff, get through those, and then go. Okay, I'm ready. I can taste stuff now. Go into your boutique cigars, and that's really where the world starts to expand widely, really big. And then just watch some reviews, and then find the person that matches your way of smoking cigar or your palate, and then take those as advice and use that to judge whether or not you want to buy certain cigars, right? I'm not saying that you shouldn't. Like, sometimes there's got to be some bad cigars. People say, oh, this cigar sucks or whatever. But, you know, based on the description that might interest you, you should still smoke it anyway if you can find it at a good price, right? So exploration is part of the hobby. Trying every cigar you possibly can is part of the hobby. It's just how far you want to put this hobby into your life, because it's a lifestyle. Smoking cigar is a lifestyle. Okay, just like drinking bourbon is a lifestyle, right? What kind of car you drive is a lifestyle. You want to enhance your lifestyle. That's why you got into the hobby, right? Not because like I want to smoke for the sake of smoking. Then I'm sorry, you're wasting your money. Right? Don't just. If you can get 100% out of this hobby, take 100%. Don't take 1%. Right? Go meet with people, go chat with people, go share experience, share the happiness of whatever new cigar that you got to try. That's part of the hobby. And you really want to treat this as a hobby rather than go, this is a chore. I'm doing it. I don't know why. I like it. So be it. You wanted to get the most out of it. So listen to the podcast. Watch some reviews, smoke through all the entry stuff, work your level up, you know, from Connecticut and all the way to like, you know, medium strength cigar, medium plus. And once you get to the medium plus cigar, you'll see a whole world. You'll see a whole different side of cigar, right? Because the light stuff is really to train you, right? And the start from medium plus, Habano and up, you are gonna see a different world, supposedly. And if you're going through all that and still think it's boring, maybe this is not for you. Okay.
Yeah, in the beginning, you got to slow down because it might not be for you at the end of the day.
Yeah, don't go out there and spend thousands of dollars when you start it, because you don't know if you're gonna like it. And I'll heavily suggest that if you want to train your palate, don't go with the flavor stuff. The flavor stuff will artificially make you taste everything. And that's not how you got to train your palate. To train your palate, every day eat something good. Get a nice coffee, tea, soda, whatever, and just enjoy the cigar. Train your palate. Don't use anything artificial to enhance your experience. Use it. You might not taste it today. You might not taste it tomorrow. You might not taste it in a week. You might not taste it in months. But that one day when you actually taste it, that will be the happiest day of that year.
It's like Val when he first got that taste.
Yeah. When you first catch it, you're like, I can identify that. You're on your way. You're on your way to some serious fun, right? Then you can start to look at different cigar, different flavor. You can relate to certain reviews talking about certain flavor. You're never gonna be able to find crayons. I don't care what people tell you. Crayon is not part of the flavor, but there's a lot of flavor to explore.
It is.
Okay. And let's see. Hashi smoked the Rocky Durango earlier tonight. You mean Dragon? Okay, Dragon. Yeah, I saw that. I zoomed in. I was like, oh my God, Hashi, how dare you?
Hashi smoked the Rocky Dragon?
Yeah, today.
God, I get it.
Post a photo.
Mine's coming in tomorrow.
He posted today on the photo. Don't watch Kirby Allison video, whatever you do.
Yeah, Kirby Allison. Okay. He's
Eileen?
he's on a spectrum of luxury.
Let's be nice. He's a Texas guy.
No, I'm not saying he's on the spectrum of luxury. Okay, so if you want, you could go that route. I love that route too. Tell the truth. It depends on you enjoy it. As me and Tony always say, that we all always say, cigar is a luxury.
Yeah, cigar is a luxury no matter how much money you spend. If you spend $6 and bought a cigar, that's a luxury. Because instead of buying food, buying grocery, buying whatever you need, you're buying something that's only gonna give you an hour or less of enjoyment. That's luxury. You're spending money for some relaxation. So treat it as luxury. Don't treat it like, oh, I got an hour, No. Treat it like luxury, right? Enjoy it. Really give yourself that time. If you're gonna, as a beginner, you've got to enjoy your cigar, cut out that time for yourself. Don't be like, I'm gonna work and I'm gonna smoking that cigar at the same time as a beginner. You're wasting that cigar. You're not gonna taste it. You're not gonna remember. It's really just muscle memory. All right, you're just puffing, put it down, puffing, put it down. You're not gonna get to explore that cigar. Right? If you gotta explore the flavor, you gotta sit down. You gotta really have that time to yourself. Listen to some nice music. And I would say avoid deep conversations. If you gotta have a good conversation, you're not gonna remember the cigar either. Right? So as a beginner, you really want to spend that time for yourself, really sit down and really explore the cigar. Once you can, how to look for the cigar flavor, you are used to it and all that stuff, yeah, then you have conversation, mow your lawn, whatever, you know how to enjoy it already. But as a beginner, cut that time out for yourself. You deserve an hour. An hour is nothing, all right? It takes me an hour to take a shit.
That's how what's wrong with you, man?
Unless you go to the DR.
Then that
That's
will
all
be 5
day.
hours.
That's all day.
Right? So really give yourself that time. Treat it as luxury. Treat it as like, I'm going, even at your own home, this is my throne right now. Nobody bothers me. Give yourself that hour. All right?
So let me add on to that a little bit, because in one of Eric's reviews, he mentioned this, and I fall into that same category. That especially when you're been smoking cigars for a while, you're already in the middle of your journey. You're not in the beginning yet, okay? I notice I have a tendency when I go to a shop that when I look at cigars, I have a tendency to go back to the cigars that I'm used to smoking and I like to smoke. But you always go buy a cigar and you look at it and you say, I'm going to get that. But you don't. And I can't tell you how many times I've done that with cigars where, I think I want to try this one. And after I go through the humidor and I pick out my cigar and pay for them, and then on the way home, God damn, I should have picked up that cigar and I didn't. I was right there. So, try something different. When you look in the humidor, other than get what you usually like to get, try something different, because that's how you're going to experience a new cigar, a new brand. And maybe once you taste it, that brand has other lines that you might want to try. So
to add to that, while Val said this, you need to smoke your cigar, okay? Smoke your cigar. Whatever you buy, don't save it. Smoke it.
Yeah.
All right? Because cigar is a depreciating asset.
Yeah, true.
All right? Cigar is a depreciating asset, meaning the longer you keep them, the less flavor it gets.
Because I have a whole bunch, bro. I can't smoke them all. Damn.
All right? Unless you're collecting them, a different story. But keep in mind, if you collect a cigar today, 10 years later, you take it out in celebration, it's not going to taste as good as today.
But you feel like a boss.
It might, but but it's a depreciating asset, okay? The longer you keep it, especially if the cigar is already 6 years in for, any cigar that's past 10 years, it's going to be like almost tasteless.
Yeah, like when you're collecting, you are falling into the luxury category.
So then what's your window? What's your window on that? You buy the cigar, you buy a box of cigars, and you know, do you have a window? I want to smoke these cigars, you know, within 3 years. I should smoke through them. Is there like after the 3-year mark, you notice the flavors starting to taper off?
Okay.
You
Personal
got that
preference.
prime. You got that prime time.
Personal preference, okay? Now, here's the thing, okay? Personal preference for me, right? You look at the age of the tobacco. A lot of time they will tell you if the cigar is aged, right? And that's kind of the warning sign, right? They'll tell you this is 3-year age, 4-year age, 7-year aged, all right? Cigars start to go downhill sharply after 10 years. So if they tell you the cigar is already aged for 7 years, you got 3 years to smoke them. Okay.
But you're looking at, okay, so you're looking at the tobacco leaf itself that's being blended into that cigar, but not
Not the
the
production date.
cigar itself at the time it was presented out.
Right. It's the tobacco. Well, think of it this way, right? Val, let me put some perspective. If I tell you that this block of cheese is 10-year Gouda, production cut out, production they packaged yesterday, do you treat it as a 10-year product or do you treat it as day one product?
I treated it as a day one. Because
Yeah,
that's
but that's cheese, man. Damn.
No, but then that cheese is 10 years old.
Cheese.
no, he's giving an analogy. That's
Yeah,
what
I know, but that's you should use something else. Cheese is hard, bro.
Well, it's hard to find another product that's 10 years old.
That's true too.
Okay, so it's already been 10 years old. It's just, you know, then it only goes down from there. Cigar tobacco is the same thing. The leaf has been cured, has been sitting over there. You know, the oil has been surfacing and air off and dry off and leaving the leaves for X amount of time. All right, what you're smoking is the oil in the leaves, not the leaf itself. The oil in the leaves. That's what the smoke comes out, right? When you burn something with oil, you get smoke oil smoke. That's what you get. That's what the flavor is. So as the oil leaves the leaf, as they age, whatever, the cure, whatever, that time counts. So it's not when you bought it, it's how old this leaf was. So if you got a 6-year aged tobacco, you got 4 years before the whole oil dries up. Now, can you keep it indefinitely? No, because I can tell you, have you ever seen a cello that's yellow? That's where the oil went, the cello. It does leave the cigar.
But don't get us wrong though. Some cigars do taste better. They sit longer.
But still, 10 years is the cutoff line. The prime age is actually 7 to 8 years. So if you got a cigar that's like 4-year age, which is usually the case, 2 to 4 year age are normal for a lot of cigars that they wanted to showcase, right? And that gives you a good 6 years to smoke it. And if you don't smoke it for 6 years, what are you doing with that cigar?
It's it, man. God damn it. I can't go through them.
Right? Unless you're collecting, different story. But keep in mind, like just like when you're looking at your cellos and it's like super yellow, that's the flavor you lost. Yeah, you're like, oh, this cigar is always nice, but what you're not thinking is that you just lost a bunch, that your cello just stole a bunch of flavor from you.
Or you could get, you know, the harshness away. Right?
That too. I mean, if you got a really strong cigar to
Well,
go
yeah,
out,
that's the trade-off. That's
Yeah.
the trade-off. You're going to lose some flavors, okay, but you're going to mellow it out and you're going to lose the harshness. But what do you want? What do you want more? You want the flavors in the beginning and deal with a little bit of harshness, or you don't want the harshness at all, but then the flavors have really plummeted.
well, that's based on that leaf, right? I mean,
Yeah.
harsh leaf tend to be more oily, so you get more flavor. So
Yeah.
as they dry off a little bit, you get rid of a little bit of strength. But I much rather train your strength than waiting for the cigar to mellow out. Right? That way you can enjoy it.
Cello
you wanna
save
keep
you
the
from
cellos.
drops.
You want to keep it to cellos.
Yeah. If I
Alright,
drop
so-
no shit.
Okay, I understand. I just told you that a cello stole some flavor from you. Yes, but even if you don't have cello, that's still leaving it. It just didn't get catch on something that you can identify. You can identify on a cello, but you can't identify anywhere else. Sure, but you want to keep in the cello. There is few benefits in the cello. Cello help you regulate some moisture because it takes time for it to leave, and you can tell if the cigar had too much moisture because it will condensate on the cello. That's number one. Number two, what?
When you have condensation in your cello, be careful, boys.
Yeah, you have a big problem. And then and the second thing is that the cello protects it from rubbing, drying off, flaking off, get it all over the place. That.
Yeah, like when you're shoveling inside your humidor.
And another thing is that if you see mold in there, it's a lot easier to clean up. It still can mold, but it's a lot easier to clean up. And it somewhat prevents beetles. It's not gonna prevent it completely. They'll eat it and they will survive and eat through an entire box. But because they ate some of these, they will end up dying. So, no, worst case scenario, you lose a box, but you wouldn't lose all your boxes. All right. So cello is good to keep. You know, it's a lot easier if you like send it to somebody. You know, everything's protected. So, and when you carry it out, and it just feels nice whenever you take out and just unbend it and take it out. You know.
And then on the other hand, if you do smoke that cigar that had some dead beetles in there, it's more than just a smoke. It's a high protein smoke.
Yep.
At that point, no, every smoke is the same. Because even if you didn't smoke the beetle eggs are still in there.
Well, there you go.
All right.
So you know those toothy cigar that you guys have? It's eggs, boys.
No, I thought about that in the past. I thought about that.
Me
in the
too.
past.
I did too. I thought about that too, but
I have a test actually going right now. One box I took them out, and the other one left in there. I'll let you know. They're all in the. No, the cello is only for like really protecting purposes. It still breathes. If you put water in the cello and just leave it like that, some water will come out. Eventually, it takes a while, right? So you know it's not changing that much, but it's another assurance for you, right? All those people that has naked cigars in their humidor, it's gotta find flakes of tiny tobacco in their humidor.
Yes.
Okay, but if you have it in cello, that doesn't happen.
yeah, but I still believe. I don't know about you guys, but I believe that cello slow down the aging. So
No, because vapor does travel through.
yeah, I know, but not as easily as naked cigar.
But also, it also keep it from cross contamination.
But that's just my belief, though.
No, it's double-edged sword. You got to choose one, right? You want it to age faster, but you know if you have like a couple Habano in there and a couple Maduro in there, the Maduro is gonna take over the Habano flavor. It could cross contaminate, right? Some Connecticut.
That's hard though.
No, it does. It does, right?
Oh,
But then if you have a cello, it slows that down. At the same time, it prevents it from cross too much.
well, the best thing to do to counteract that is put flavor cigar in there. It'll be fine.
No, don't ever do that. He's joking. Don't follow that. Especially if you're new, always keep your flavor stuff somewhere else. If you gotta keep it in the trash can, that's where it belongs. But don't put your flavor cigar or aromatic cigars with your regular cigars.
Yeah, guys.
No, your cigars will taste like grapes.
Yeah, and don't keep your Cuban cigar with your normal cigar either. Do not do that, because Cuban cigars are not flash freeze. They will have beetles.
Oh, really? Okay.
All right, Cuban cigars are not flash freezed. They will have beetles, and also they don't like humidity. All right, Cuban cigar tend to mold a lot easier. Okay, Cuban cigar will mold at 60.
Yeah, man. My Cuban been my humidor forever.
I'm just telling you. I don't keep my cello because I don't want beetle to hatch and tear out my other stick. I keep my cello. Yeah, the beetle will still be able to chew through a few cigars. Just so you know, with cellos, beetle can go through a few cigars, if not the entire box, before they die. They don't die right away.
Minimize it.
Yeah. Before they there's a myth that beetles eat cello and they die right away. They actually last a little bit before they die. So keep that in mind. They will chew through your cello. They will go through another cello and go through another cigar. They will make like 15 holes on each cigars. Can you still smoke it? Yes.
Yeah, you just have to play like a flute.
No, just get some cigar glue. Just glue it up. You can smoke it, okay?
Start patching them.
So here's the thing. If you find a cigar that has hole on it, a beetle has gone through it, has enjoyed it, you can still smoke it. Just put some cigar glue on the hole, and you can smoke it. All right? Don't be like, oh, it's so disgusting. There is beetle poop in there. Beetle poop is still tobacco.
That's gross, man.
Well, okay.
I pass.
Well,
It's true, right? All that beetle ate was the tobacco.
Yeah, but it's digest, bro. It's different processing, man.
No, they don't digest. When they digest this, they die.
They don't have digestion. They
damn, no
don't-
wonder that cigar tastes like sewer.
How does it poop? It doesn't digest.
Trust me. I don't want to gross everybody out, but you don't digest and poop.
I mean, for normal situation, Tony. Normal
Yeah,
organism.
they just ate something bad, and their stomach is not gonna like it. It's gonna go right through it.
Yeah, it's still going through your digestive process.
They don't have like a human digestion process. It's a beetle.
They don't, but they still have it.
It goes in dry, comes out. Dry.
How would they grow if they don't
You're
have
never
it? They
gonna
have
find a
it.
beetle with diarrheas, okay? Here.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what that tire is.
It's up to you. I will smoke it because everything is in that same package anyway. It doesn't leave anything. It's like that one of those coffee. It's fermented. It's nice now.
Oh shit!
All right, just put it out there. It's digested. It's fermented.
That's where you get that. Ooh, that
That crappy.
fertilizer aroma.
That's like, oh man, no wonder why it tastes like crap.
It's a little bit salty now. Yay. Okay, so it's up to person. Does beetle gets hiccups? I don't think they have. I don't think they have the organ to hiccup. I never see a beetle just go doing 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 because they're hiccuping. Okay, whatever they eat is still whatever that's here. Whatever they didn't eat is still here. Even that beetle was just in here to start with. All the cigar has beetle eggs. That's why they're flash freezed, so the egg die. But the egg is still egg.
Egg is not poop though. Just
How
saying.
do you know that egg did not tend it with some poop already?
I'm just saying though, right? Like I'm just saying.
I'm burning it to death anyway. I don't care. Just putting it out there. All jokes aside.
Cigar tastes like shit. Yeah, they're good.
It's preference. If you don't feel safe, put it away,
Yeah.
right?
It's all up to you. you
Yeah.
know?
For me, I will smoke a moldy cigar. I will smoke a beetle cigar. The mold had to be white though. Any other color I will not smoke. It has to be something I can dust off. It has to not be on the foot. If it's on the surface, I'll dust it off and I'll smoke it. And it has to be white.
So good. I haven't hit that problem yet, so I have no idea what I'm going to do in that situation.
I've been through a lot of that like thing, and especially Cuban cigars, they tend to mold around the band. So if it bends right here, it's on the top and the bottom of the band. But they're perfectly safe. White molds are perfectly safe to smoke. You're burning them. Or you can just choose smoke up to the band and then call it a day. So
Yeah, it's egg and bacon. That's how you do it.
I tried to infuse my cigar with bacon. Trust me, that doesn't taste good. You can go watch episode for like 5 years ago. It's there.
Yeah.
You
But
did it
bacon,
with
it tastes
cooked bacon or raw bacon, bro?
Cooked bacon.
Okay.
So I
I'm about
cooked
to
the
say.
bacon, and I put inside a vacuum bag with a cigar in there and let it just infuse.
How many times you did that?
Once.
No, like how many times did you put fresh cooked bacon in there?
What do you mean?
Well, you can't put just one bacon and let it stale out.
No, it's vacuum
Well,
packed.
once you vacuum it, it's sealed up. It's not
It's sealed
gonna,
out. All they have in there is just bacon, oil from that bacon, and the cigar itself.
I don't know, man. Like if you leave it too long, bacon go bad, man.
Let me tell you this. Have you went out and buy bits of bacons?
Huh?
You never buy bacon bits before?
Big bits, yeah.
No, I always have full strip, bro.
You can buy bacon bits. They are bacon that lasts months.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I like
okay.
to-
When I'm on a diet, I always have bacon on the table. Those bacon will sit there for a week. You have to.
What? No, I don't eat my bacon after like a day. So
They taste better the next day.
it's more crunchy.
Bacon bits are not real bacon. No, some bacon bits are real bacon. Some. I'm not saying all. More crunchy? Did you say more crunchy?
Yeah.
Then you have not cooked that bacon to death like me yet.
Bro, you talking to a guy that don't eat raw steak.
No. When you cook the bacon to death, the next day, 3 days later, still breaks.
So that's what I mean. It's more crispy.
Yeah, days after.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just say you don't eat the bacon after a day.
So the next day is more crispy.
Next whole week will be more crispy.
I didn't wait for a whole week.
You know, when you cook like 5 pack of bacon at a time and cut them into small strips, you know, like bagging strip, like those dog treat bagging strips. I used to do that.
I just cook the bacon and I eat it right there as much as I can eat. If
Then
not,
you're
it's
not
gonna go
cooking
to
enough.
garbage.
You gotta cook it like me, like 6-pack at the same time.
Hell no, fuck that.
So you don't know how to eat, man. You gotta eat 10 pounds of food a day, man. Come on.
I don't need that much food, man. Damn.
I know you know your bacon, but just where you are. And especially in Japan, we have a lot of real bacon bits because it's hard to buy bacon over there. Not crunchy thing, the softer meat. Real bacon, but saturated. Yeah, they have a lot of preservatives. Yeah, the bacon bits that's real bacon. You know. Oh, have you wanted to buy those like bacon that's in package that says it's fully cooked? Those are bacons.
I don't do that either. Who does that? In packages? That say it's fully cooked?
Fully cooked.
No,
They last for weeks.
I never did that. I didn't even know that existed.
they sell them like they're vacuum sealed, already cooked.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Paper packaging.
Oh, that's probably why. I only do plastic packaging, bro.
You're not gonna find plastic packaging bacon in the supermarkets, okay? But yeah, you can get those already cooked. They last for weeks.
I didn't even know. I'm not gonna go get it though. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because you haven't got to that hungry before. Like when you're on a diet, you know, you don't want to take the 5 minutes to cook the bacon. You take one of those things. You
It's
put a
called
salad.
beef.
Easy.
It's called beef jerky, bro.
Beef and pork are 2 different things, bro.
I'm just saying.
It's not beef bacon, okay?
There's bacon.
Bacon is always pork.
Yeah, I bet you there's pork jerky, no?
There's pork jerky, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they're just cooked differently, different parts. Pork jerky are very lean. Okay.
Yeah, which is I don't like the fat. Dude, talking about fat, my girl, I didn't know she do this until I watch her cook. Usually I don't. She came like to the freezers, grab a slab of just fat, right?
It's called
Boom.
lard. It's called lard.
Whatever, bro. It's just fat, straight fat.
Yeah.
And she fucking put it in the pan. And she's like, I was like,
It's flavor. It's flavor. It's
I was like, what the fuck happened to the oil? We run out of
Fucking Mexicans use that.
All right. I hate to tell you, Eric, what you use, those lard are healthier than vegetable oil that you're using.
I don't care. I want my olive oil. God damn.
Well, where do you think those oil came from? Oil is oil. Oil
Olive
is oil.
I believe olive oil comes from olive.
Right. And pork lard is just oil.
Yeah, pork oil is fat.
You can store that for months and years and still use it.
She told me that, and I was just surprised. It was like, you better not cook my stuff with that no more. Use
No.
olive oil.
No. If you, it's okay. Meat oil is not fat.
It's fat.
It's not. Understand what fat is, please, sir.
Dude, when you cook bacon, right, you don't need no oil. It just all comes from the fat from the bacon.
All right, let me ask you this, right? When you eat a steak, do you not see the fat?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
and
why-
don't they come out?
okay,
When
so
you
why
cook the
does it-
steak, it does have oil,
Okay,
right?
I'm gonna ask you, why doesn't those melt to oil?
I don't know, and I don't care. It's
Those
fat. I
are
don't eat
fat.
fat. I
Oil
don't like
comes
them.
out is oil. We call it fat because it
Well,
came,
it's
it
coming
came out,
out
of the fat.
of the fatness.
Right, but they are not the fat. Your fat is
They're
actually
not fat. They're coming from the
all right.
fat.
This is science, okay? Understand this. This is science. There's no argument. A fat is just pockets that stores energy.
Yeah, I know. And it's unhealthy.
No, it's not. Animal fat is way more healthier than vegetable oil. Guarantee, 100%. No questions there.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I want my vegetable oil, and I'm fine. Especially olive. I'm good with olive. I don't care about the corn oil.
All right. Do you not eat butter? Do you not eat butter?
Sometimes.
Butter is animal fat.
Yeah, but I don't see it as animal fat. I seen it as butter.
It's animal fat.
But I seen it as butter.
How you
understand what I'm
see it
saying?
does not
And
change the
when
fact.
I seen what she did, I was like, that just no.
Oh my
I
god.
know my
All
girl
right.
is not Mexican.
Do not go out and eat with Eric's because he doesn't know how to eat. Okay, fat is flavor.
Oh, I don't know how to eat. All right.
All right, fat is flavor. There's no question on that. You
Fat
can eat
is
animal
like
fat all day
net-
long. It's way more healthier than any vegetable oil that you can put out there. Any.
Dude, fat, it makes me feel gross when I eat. Like, why isn't like
You're not
eating
eating
it?
fat. You're eating oil that's
The
extracted from the
texture
fat.
of it, it just really.
There's no texture.
There's no
What do
texture.
you mean
It's
there's no
oil.
texture? No,
Once
don't
it
lie to me.
melts-
Don't lie
Once
to
it
me.
melts,
I'm not
No,
lying
it
to you.
does- texture, it does have
Okay.
a texture.
What you're saying is fat. It's not called fat. It's called lard. It's
It's
oil.
called- It looked fat. It looked like fat. I'm
No.
calling it fat,
She put the fat on there. She take the fat out. What's left is the oil.
which is nuts.
Those are called lard. Those are
No,
those are
are
oil.
called fat.
All right, you can keep on that. I think everybody agrees with me in the chat room.
Yeah, I'm the only one.
All
Dude,
right.
you should see when I eat Wagyu beef. Tony hated. Tony hate me for that. So
All right, lard is the healthiest oil that you can eat,
I don't know, man.
and it's
It
flavor.
call-
And it's
it can-
flavor. Anything cooked with pork lard, holy shit, it's good.
I can't just have that in my mind. It coming from a fat. I'm good.
In fact, if you go eat in a nice steak restaurant, first thing they don't put oil on it. They toss a beef fat on there, let the oil comes out, and take the beef fat out, and then put a steak on top.
yep.
So
Yep.
gross.
You're
Why?
extracting
What's
the lard.
wrong with the other oils that we use?
Vegetable oil is extremely bad for you, man.
Olive oil is not that bad.
Olive oil is bad for you.
I
Olive oil.
enjoy the flavor of olive oil. So
Olive oil is just less bad than vegetable oil, but it's still bad.
it's coming from a fat.
No, you are animal. Your body can break down the same fat that came from another animal,
I know that, but the thing is, like,
not vegetables. Stop being a vegan.
I'm not vegan.
Come to daddy. Eat the
Shut
fat.
up. I ain't eating no goddamn fat from another fat.
All right. Yeah. You're treating oil the same as fat. They're not the same.
They are the same thing.
They're not the same.
In my opinion, they do the same thing.
Your opinion does not change the facts.
I don't care about the facts. I care about my opinion, how I look at it.
All right,
When she
read the
cooked it,
chat-
it just freaked me
Just
out.
read the chat room. Just read the chat room. Go ahead.
I don't care.
Right.
Read the chat room. All the people know how to eat.
Yeah, okay. I don't know.
Congratulations. All of you just win today. You guys are the big winners, okay? You guys are the big winners. It's called lard. not fat. Please get your
Thank
words
you.
straight.
See, John agreed with me.
I think oil is fat. The source makes healthy difference. Yeah, the source makes a healthy difference.
No. Oil is fat though. It's fat.
Oil is fat.
Thank you.
So is olive oil.
And I can also tell you this one thing: if you cook in high temperature,
Olive don't have no fat in it. It's a plant.
You just said oil is fat. Olive oil is fat.
But
You
it
just
comes
slap
from
yourself in the
olive.
face
It
with that
depends
statement.
where they come from.
it doesn't matter. The thing is that there's a reason why the flash point for vegetable oil is so low, and they become cancerous once you start cooking with the high temperature. Meat. On the
Oh, you
opposite
telling me
side.
you don't get cancer from freaking getting fat from fat for oil?
No, those fat does not convert to cancerous substance when
No.
you're eating from the animal because they don't have their
Okay.
flash point is way higher. Now understand the flash point. Can somebody help me explain flash point to this guy, man? Jeez.
So somebody explain to me that oil coming from fat doesn't cause cancer, but oil from a plant does. Okay.
Because of the flash point. It
But
starts to burn.
there's no percentage of that gonna happen. That's what you're telling me.
No. I'm telling you, once you cook, okay, if you cook with vegetable oil, okay, at boiling point, 190 degrees, it starts to smoke, and that's changing the
I think every oil would smoke at that degree, bro.
Try to do it with pork lard. Pork lard will go like 400 degrees, and then maybe it'll start.
I
smoking.
see her cook. I watched her cook that shit, and that shit does smoke.
Have you seen people cooking barbecue? You know how hot that thing is?
Okay, barbecue. Okay, when you cook barbecue, heat is around it. You use the heat, not the flame. When you put it on the freaking stove, it's on the freaking flame.
Okay. Keep thinking that. Next time, I'd love to see you put your hands on the freaking barbecue and say, no, the heat's around it. I don't feel anything. Yeah.
Val, help me on this one. You barbecue.
I do.
I know you do. You use the heat or the flame, Val.
If you barbecue, you're using the heat. If you're grilling, you're using the flame.
God,
It's
damn.
not hot. It's not hot.
Hey, answered your question.
But no, the question is it
No,
hot?
the question was, okay.
Is it hot?
Of course it's hot. It's
Look
heat.
at it. Look at it. Heat, 200 degrees is 200 degrees. It's still hot. Okay? That's like, what's heavier? 1,000 pounds of feathers or 1,000 pounds of rocks? Which is heavier?
The feather is obviously lighter.
Oh my
they're both
God!
1,000.
It's still 200 pounds or 1,000 pounds. They
I'm-
weigh the same.
Martin, shut the fuck up. I know. I'm just joking.
Yeah, boy.
Oil oxidizes. When it oxidizes, it becomes cancerous, cancer causing. Okay, and vegetable oil tend to have a lower tolerance to heat. So when you're cooking with vegetable oil, you're likely to eat cancerous oil. When you eat animal
also
oil, their flash
same
point is a
thing
lot
with the
higher,
fat.
so they don't change.
No. No, you're already changing the dimension of the fat already.
You are not.
Convert it into oil.
All right. I'm not gonna argue with you on that one because they will go no ends. But you do you. Okay, never eat any animal fat ever again. Leave those for me. All right. I love animal fat.
I know you do.
I will keep all my duck fat, all my pork fat for my cooking
Beef-
because they taste great.
Beef
That's
tallow.
why I don't do that, man.
They cost a pretty penny when you go buy them.
They do. I have
They
no
do.
idea.
Oh, yeah.
That's still not gonna skew me.
You buy a tub of beef tallow. That might cost you, depending on where you're at. But by me, it's like $26 a pound.
Damn.
Yeah, you get oil like this, that's $2. Vegetable oil, $2. All right, you get a animal fat lard, looks like a jar of this, it's like $20.
It looks so gross. It's like just fat.
It's white.
It looks so fat.
It's white. It's extracted. When you buy them, they're extracted.
Yeah, you extract
Okay,
from the fat.
Let's talk about butter. put your butter in your pan and you melt it. What do you see after it's all melted?
Cheese.
No. When you see the separation, well, you know the separation of the butter and the fat, right?
Mhm.
Yes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So yes, I do.
I see just congested cheese to me.
Butter when it's melted?
Yeah, like
It's just
after it
oil.
melted, you see those cheese?
No, it's just oil.
Okay. Look at you got butter and you got clarified butter. What's the difference between the two?
I don't know butter like that.
Okay, so clarified butter, when you first melt it, when it starts to bubble up, the surface, the fat rises to the surface. When you strain it, you got the clear butter coming out. That's clarified.
For those people, hold on, Val. For those people who doesn't know what Val is referring to is ghee. It's called ghee.
You separate the fat from the butter. Okay? So if you don't do that, if you're just using butter on your toast, on your biscuit, on
Now I
bread,
start using those fake butter too.
that's even worse.
Margarine?
Huh?
Margarine? You're talking
Yeah.
about?
Even worse.
Those are horrible. Those are made of vegetables.
It's even worse.
Go look it up. How bad margarine is for you compared to butter.
I think butter clog you, right?
No, vegetable will kill
Clog
you.
your arteries.
Margarine will kill you. Dude, I love to eat. I'm not
Everything
gonna
kills
give you.
bro.
I love to eat. I'm not gonna give you the wrong information. There's no way I can agree with you. No way. Zero chance in this world. Yeah, John said that ghee is basically the butter. Once you cooked it, the milk settled down to the bottom. The top is just oil. That's called ghee.
So it became cheese.
No,
No, it became cheese.
No,
No,
it's
no,
not
the
cheese.
milk became burnt. Just sits in the bottom.
it became cheese.
No, it does
No.
not. Cheese is curd. It does. Your butter will
Cheese
never
is
become
curd.
cheese. Your
It looked
butter,
like cheese.
your butter will never ever become cheese, ever.
Well, you take the milk out, you let the milk curl. There you go. You
The
became
milk
cheese.
will not curl. It's the surface oil. It will not curl.
It looked like cheese.
Please go study how that's made. It sounds like a Potomo rap right now.
Hey Tony, I'm doing all this because I want to. Because I watch other people talk.
Now-
It's just funny. It's just fun to me.
Okay, so
You know what I'm talking about, Tony. You know,
wait a minute.
Fruit Loop. Is it all the same flavor?
No,
Well,
I'm,
so
I'm-
look,
I'm
I-
telling you,
I
animal
must
fat.
admit, it doesn't surprise me because Eric is the guy who uses ketchup on his steaks.
All right, yeah. Put that in perspective. Eric, cook his steak to well done and put ketchup on it.
Yes.
There's nothing
You go,
wrong with
boy.
that. There is nothing wrong with that.
He cooked his steak with vegetable oil so that he doesn't have to eat salad. Wow. Wow. I can.
You could clip, you got some nice clip on here to put it on short.
Somebody save me. Somebody save me. Oh.
See, Hashi, I'm not the only one. Hashi, at least Hashi agree on me on this one. Steak with ketchup, boy. A1 is good too, though.
All right.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with A1 either.
Ugh.
Okay. Have you seen how A1's made?
I don't really care. It tastes good.
Okay.
Everyone's disgusting.
You're disgusting.
A1. I'm sorry. I like to eat A5 Wagyu. I don't eat A1s. No. Wow. Yeah, if your steak
No.
is good, you don't need
I
anything else.
can't eat I can't eat Wagyu. I can't eat.
Really?
It's so fatty.
It's just It's too,
Thank you. It's,
Wait,
it's
what
so
makes you... No,
fatty.
hold on. What makes you think Wagyu is all fatty?
Because you get a marbling
all
on
the
that meat?
marbling that goes through, all the fat striations through that meat.
No. What you're saying is not Wagyu. What you're saying is a marbleized Wagyu. Wagyu just means Japanese beef. They're not
Yeah,
all
but I
that
mean,
fat.
like most Wagyu have that marbling, right?
Yes, and the
Yeah.
marbling.
So when that's all fat.
No, what you went out to eat is not marbling because that's what they buy. But Wagyu just means Japanese beef. Period.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that idea that we have when we say marble, like Wagyu, is that marbling fatness.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'd rather eat a steak that's marbleized. When you cook it, it shrinks down. There's no more that marbling has melted and goes in.
No, it does not melt off, bro. What you talking about?
Compared to a whole single chunk of fat that's just at the edge that you can't eat.
Yeah, I could rip that off and put eat the meat.
Yeah,
I like
because
that.
you're not
I like
eating that. That's money you throw away.
I don't care about that fat.
You paid for it.
Throw it away.
You paid for it.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna throw my money away like that. I don't care.
Yeah, that's the same people. You know, that's the same type of people that says, let's go eat salad.
No. I still like my meat. That's what she said.
You're not eating meat. You're eating like a burned corpse. That's why.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, the marbleization mostly melts. I eat, dude. It's a steak from my country. I know how to eat. Okay.
Bro, it's a steak that we ate together, and I know how to eat.
They shrink, and because they shrink, they squeeze that
And
out.
we
The
talk about
marbling
wasting
doesn't
more
stay.
money. You pay so much for like shrinkage.
Yes, you do. That's why you don't cook it out of the way, so it doesn't shrink that much.
That's so nasty, though.
Well, people pay a lot of money for that nasty, so here we go. Anyway, 11:23. That means it's time to go to Discord and get out of here. I'll see you guys Saturday. Don't forget to check out podcasts for the beginners. All right, and I will see you guys next week. No, this
All
week.
right. Be good, everybody.
All right, bye guys.
It's cheese.
No, just not cheese. Get out.